What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody has had a great start to the weekend. Today is Saturday, beautiful Saturday morning, November 14th, after having a Friday the 13th in 2020. Kind of scary, given the way that this year has gone so far. No, but I hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. Logging on today to talk about some really exciting stuff. We have KVK. It is here. We have begun. I spent essentially my entire evening last night fighting Marauders. What the video is going to be about today is the pre-KVK stages, specifically the Marauders event. Like I said, I definitely lost some sleep last night. I stayed up super late fighting these things, and I plan to spend a lot of my day and a lot of my weekend fighting Marauders. Why? Because A, I love Rise of Kingdoms. Absolutely love this game and play it way too much. And B, the rewards are off the charts. They are so amazing. I know I said the witches were really, really good, and they are. Nothing against the witches from the Halloween event. But the Marauders are just as good, if not better. I'm going to go with better because they really are. You just get so much from killing them. You get so much from the rewards and the chests that you get back from turning them in, etc. I will explain the entire event. But for those of you guys that are new here, my name is Svet. Like I said, I play the game Rise of Kingdoms. It's a mobile game on Apple and Android. I have been playing for about a year and a few months at this point. And I've really focused on growing my account as fast as I possibly could and maxing as many legendary commanders as I possibly could in the shortest amount of time. So, like I said, the video today is going to be on KVK and Marauders specifically, so pre-KVK events, which come in 3 stages, which we'll get into. But if you guys like content like this about Rise of Kingdoms, KVK, massive fights, Ark of Osiris, Halloween events, any holiday event, anything like that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. I really appreciate you guys checking out these videos. I love making them, and like I said, I love playing this game, so I will continue to make content for you guys to watch. And if you like this video specifically, hit that like button. That helps me a lot too. That lets me know that I am making the right stuff. And I really appreciate all the support, guys. Quick side note. Yes, I am wearing a tank top. I know for a lot of you, you guys are in full-on parkas by this point in November, but I live in sunny Orlando, Florida, where today the temperature is going to be about 85 degrees. So I get to wear tank tops in the winter, if we can call it winter here in Florida. But yeah, so that's why I'm in a tank top. I am not a crazy person that wears a tank top in 10-degree weather, but I do live in one of the hotter states in the United States, and I enjoy it. The summers are kind of brutal. We get hurricanes here and there, but the winter months, which we're kind of coming into now, are absolutely gorgeous. So I absolutely love it. Okay, so just to hop into it, and like I said, it is Saturday, so I have a foo-foo coffee for today, which is great. Okay, so KVK is here. I'm amped about this event. Obviously, we all love KVK. I think for most of us, we probably wouldn't play this game if we didn't have KVK. Drop a comment below if you still would, but honestly, I don't think I would play Rise of Kingdoms if there wasn't KVK. I'm a competitive person. I've always loved competitive games, whether it's, real sports or esports, and KVK is kind of just the whole reason that I play this game. I love fighting. I love putting my troops up against somebody else who's been playing the game just as long or little or whatever. But it's really a great time. So I'm so pumped that KVK is here, and we got started last night. So last night at Reset, we had the Marauders. So even the Crusade, we are in stage 1. And so what you do here is you go out and you kill Marauders. So if you want points, a new breed of barbarian has appeared in the kingdom. Whoa. They are stronger and more ferocious, which a little, for sure. And you have to defeat them to carry mysterious scraps of parchment containing miraculous drawings. They are miraculous. They really are great. This is worth all of your AP. You definitely want to save a little bit of AP as you go into the Lost Kingdom to, kill barbarians there, get the honor points, whatever it might be. But these are worth so many of your AP points. I will disclose how many I have dropped so far. We are about 15 hours, 16 hours into the stage 1 right now. And from the looks of it, let me see. So 77, 465. So I have spent about 45,000 AP since 7 p.m. Eastern United States time last night, since reset in the game, so 0 UTC. About 45,000 AP. Am I mad about it? Not at all. Just not at all. The rewards in these things are amazing. And I will continue. I will probably spend the rest of that 77,000 AP throughout this weekend to get all these rewards from these Marauders. So back to this. So if you want points, you defeat the Marauders. They're going to give you worn leather satchels, which is what they drop, similar to a supply box or anything else that you might get when fighting normal barbarians. These drop the leather satchels. And then those contain scraps of parchment. So once you're collecting these, you need 7 different types of parchment that these satchels drop. So you need the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, Pyramid of Khufu, Statue of Zeus at Olympia, Mausoleum of Halicarnassus, help, Lighthouse of Alexandria, and Colossus of Rhodes. And the last one is the Temple of Artemis. So you have to get all 7 of those. When you have 7 of them lined up, you turn them in for these kingdom supply chests. Now, these are amazing supply chests. The best part about these is you get 3-day speed ups. So you have a chance to get 3-day speed ups, which are huge. 3-day speed ups you just don't really get. You don't get them unless it's a KVK event or some other type of crazy event where you've got to spend a bunch of AP or money or whatever it might be. You get 3-day speed ups in here just for spending your AP that you saved up coming into pre-KVK. So that's really exciting. I absolutely love them. Now, my strategy here, as you guys can tell, my rank is 0, my points are 0. I have not turned anything in. I have not opened any satchels yet. So I've been going kind of on and off, but really since reset last night. And so far, I have 732 of these satchels. My goal here is to get at least 1,000 before I open any. That way, I get a really even amount of these different parchments that I need. If you open one at a time, or if you open 10 at a time, the chances of you getting a really, really lopsided result are kind of high. So what I do is I wait until I have at least 1,000 parchments, and then I'm going to open them all at the same time. That way, I don't have to trade as many as I would have otherwise if I open them one by one. So what you can do is trade. If you do get a lopsided amount of parchments, it's nice because you can go ahead and trade with another player for whatever you need. Now, one strategy here is you do not want to wait until the last minute to be trading. So everybody else is doing what I do. There's probably a few people that do what I do and wait until they have like 1,000 to open them. But some people are just opening them as they go, and they want to trade now. So they want to trade right now, and they may not want to trade at the last minute. If you open all your satchels at the last minute and you've got a lopside, they may not want to trade. You may not be able to get all those in. So as you can see, the timer here in the top left, 2 days and 7 hours left. So you want to be opening consistently, but in large batches. So I know that's kind of a best of both worlds, but you do want to make that work. This is a weekend that I planned on playing this game a ton because I got to make all this work to get the maximum rewards that I can. So I got 2 days and 7 hours left. I'm going to have, let's see, I've got about 100 and whatever, about 168 left until I get to my 1,000 mark. And then I'm going to go ahead and open those, trade what I need to trade, and then do that again. So my goal is to hopefully do about 2,000 satchels total throughout this 3-day event, and then open 1,000 at a time, and then trade whatever I need to trade right off the bat. And then that way I can get everything done that I needed to get done. Usually in the last minute, I'm kind of going out and killing extra Marauders to find maybe 1 or 2 extra pieces that I need. One thing you do have to accept is it is going to be impossible to use every single little parchment that you have. I don't want to say impossible. Some of you may be able to figure that out, but it's going to be really, really hard for you to have 0 left. There might be like 1 here, 3 there, 0 there, 1 there. That's what's most likely to happen. So I'm not going to get bitter about having a few left over, but I don't want to have like 50 or 60 in any of these because I couldn't trade them out in time. So I'm going to open in batches of 1,000 and get a good balanced return on those satchels and then trade what I need to and then do that all over again. So that's my strategy for this in terms of like how I'm going to organize myself to get these kingdom supply chests. So that's one part of the strategy for killing the Marauders in KVK Stage 1. Again, so excited. I feel like Christmas came early. Obviously, we know KVK comes every few months or whatever, but I am amped. In the new kingdom, I'm ready to fight, and I just couldn't be more excited to actually put my commanders that I've recently maxed and whatnot out onto the field. So as you can see here in the rankings, we are in third, and we made it pretty well known to the kingdoms that we were going up against that we were not really going to try too hard for first. We are going to take an interesting approach where we go for, either the training or the AP rather than the attack bonus, just because we don't want to, push ourselves too hard in pre-KVK and then not be able to give it our all in actual KVK when we're fighting. So we made it pretty well known to everybody, like, hey, we're not going to be going for first in here. We'll see what happens. And we're probably not going to be training a whole lot. And that's kind of what our strategy is going to be, and that's where we like to be. So we kind of let the other kingdoms know that. So that way they, I don't know, weren't confused or whatever. Our allies weren't like, hey, what are you guys doing? So we kind of made that known that we weren't really going to push too hard in pre-KVK. That way we can leave more on the battlefield in actual KVK when we're fighting, right? So one of these kingdoms, though, 1877 is going off. They have an extreme lead on everybody else, which is great. And there's no way that we're going to say they wasted any AP or anything like that, because like I said, these rewards are crazy. We do have some people, I believe, up here in the individual ranks. So we've got one from Alliance A. We've got a 9th place Akari. Shouts to Akari, great player. Love playing Arc with him. He does a great job. Helped me design my logo, which is awesome. So shouts to Akari. So we've got some people here in the top, but you've got people like me as well that are not opening any of their satchels yet or not cashing in any of these chests yet. So it's a little confusing in the early rounds, and we'll see how it actually lands. But it's pretty safe to say here that I'm pretty sure 1877 is probably going to take first in this event. So tip of the hat to them. They're doing a great job. That's really an awesome display of activity in the kingdom. So tip of the hat to them again for making that happen. Great job. All right, so that was kind of the strategy and the makeup of what the event looks like here in the menu, how the rankings work, how I'm strategizing to use each parchment and stuff like that. Now to kind of talk about what I'm doing to fight the Marauders. And there's 2 ways you can do it. You can do it by yourself, solo dolo, with 5 marches, or you can go out with friends and kill Marauders with friends. Both are effective. There's pros and cons to both. So what I'm going to do is just going to start killing Marauders so that I can get some of this done while we're playing right now. Oh, good old verification rewards. Gotta love that. And so like I said, I'm just going to start hitting some of these because I want to get some stuff done while we're also talking today. But yeah, so like I said, there's 2 ways to do it. You can do it by yourself or you can do it with friends. I would recommend, if you're going to do it with friends, that you not have more than 3 players with 5 marches. It could be as many players as you want, but I would not have more than 15 marches hitting any single Marauder. The reason for that is I know the event says they're really, really strong and they're crazy compared to normal barbarians, but the truth is that they're stronger, but they still go down pretty quick. So if you've got 5 marches from 3 T5 players and you've got 15 total marches hitting one of these Marauders, it dies almost instantly. We did some last night. I'm going to put some footage here next, and I'll speed it up just to kind of show you guys what I was doing last night. But I was fighting with Diesel and Mela in my kingdom, great friends of mine as well. We chat all the time, and we were all hitting them, and they go down instantly. There's like that little lag between like when you're fighting a barb and when it like gives you like the credit for killing the barb. We would start and then it would lag. Done. Start lag. So it was going down instantly, and we had to be really careful to make sure that we were really coordinated so that we were all getting the hit on the Marauder and that we weren't wasting any of those marches. So the downside to playing with friends is that you might miss some if you're not super coordinated. I would recommend being on Discord or being on the phone with the people you're playing with, so that way you can coordinate, or everybody has to commit to throwing up an emoji whenever they're ready to hit those Marauders, and then everybody moves at the same time. That's one downfall. However, the flip side of that is obviously when you're hitting with other people and they're going down instantly, your hospital bill is going to be a lot lower. So in the big picture, the hospital bills are never huge if you're hitting them with T5 and 5 marches, but every little bit helps. So that's one of the huge advantages of hitting them with friends. Another huge advantage of hitting them with friends is because they're going down faster, you can theoretically do more of these in a shorter period of time or the same period of time. Because they're going down faster, you're not waiting for your 5 marches to take them out. So you can move on to the next Marauder even faster. So that's a huge advantage as well. The other disadvantage is it just depends. And again, if you're on Discord or on the phone, it really helps. But the whole point of this is to hit as many as you can when you can play the game. And if you're having to wait for people with slow marches, you really are kind of wasting time. So make sure that the people you're playing with are active, ready to play, they're ready to move, and they don't have slow marches. So that's really the only downfall. I would say if you can get all that stuff coordinated, playing with friends is going to be better because you're going to have close to the same amount of speed and you're going to have a lesser hospital bill. So, if you can get that figured out, definitely do that. But if you have to go alone, it's really not that bad either. So one of the pluses about going alone is that you can move at your own pace. So if you're quicker or slower, whatever you want to be in that particular moment, you can do those things. So you don't have to wait for other players. You don't have to keep up with other players. But then the flip side is, as well as obviously with 5 marches instead of 15 hitting a Marauder, you're going to have a bigger hospital bill. So that's kind of the downside as well. And then third, they do go down slower because, again, it's 5 marches instead of 15. So they're going to go down slower. It's going to take a little bit longer. But as you can see here, it still goes down pretty quick. And I'm barely getting to that first skill pop on all of my marches. And then it's going down. So always march with your peacekeeping marches. So the same stuff that you would see for barbarian fighting, I've got all of my peacekeeping marches out here fighting these Marauders as well. I did all T5. If you have T4, just fill them to the brim and do all marches for sure. But it is fine to play with friends or by yourself. And a lot of times, obviously, with how much time we're going to put into this event in pre-KVK and killing these Marauders, there's probably going to be both. You're probably going to play with friends sometimes, and you're probably going to be playing alone sometimes. So either way is fine. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to stop if you're stuck, by yourself. Just keep going. Now, if you do run into another player, which I might while we're playing today, definitely see if they want to play with you. Always throw up that emoji. Like I always start with this one. Just go on saying, hey. And then once they say something back, I will get next to whatever Marauder I was going to hit next and then throw up that thumbs up. And then we start playing together. And then you never know. A lot of times we'll hit a few together and then go our separate ways. But if you've got somebody that's going to be in the same area as you and you can hit a few together, why not? Go for that, right? Okay, so on this march, let's just show some of these rewards. All right. So 25 severely wounded units, so really not that bad. And then it's just crazy. Look at those training speed-ups. 7 5-minute training speed-ups from one. That was from one fight with one Marauder. Just like that. 35 minutes of training speed-ups. This one. I got 7 1-minute training speed-ups. Also solid. The 5 minutes are more rare, but the 1 minutes add up so fast. So no training, but universal right there. That's great. Gemmies. And so let me show you guys how many gems I've got from these Marauders just within the last 15, 16 hours. So those are the 10 spots. So 4,450 gems just from killing Marauders in the last 15, 16 hours. So that's amazing. Obviously, gems are super valuable. They take money from us to buy. And there's few events in this game where you can earn gems like this. So these are amazing. On top of everything else we're getting the satchels. We're going to get those kingdom supply chests. We're getting the speed ups. We're getting the resources. They throw gems in as well. I'm sorry to the Halloween witches, but the Marauders are just the best event, best rewards thing that you can hit on the map in the game. And so one other thing I'll show you here as well is the other stuff that I'm getting here. So I cached all these before I started last night. And so if you take a look, it's just the small ones, but look at this. 18,000, 1,000 foods. 16,000, we got 16,000 wood, 16,000 stone. I have 15,000 golds of the level ones. This is just from Marauders, guys. Like I cached all these in the afternoon yesterday. So there might be like a few in here that were extra, but I cached all these probably around 2 or 3 p.m. yesterday, and then resets at 7 p.m. for me. So these are all from Marauders. And this is a crazy amount of resources to get. You're getting awesome resources. You're getting awesome speed ups. You're getting gems. You're getting tomes. You're getting experience for killing them. I mean, there's just no reason not to spend your whole weekend killing Marauders, which is basically what I'm doing. I have a few other plans this weekend, but I do plan on spending a lot more time than I normally would on a weekend playing this game. So, and so we're just moving along. Just keep killing the Marauders over and over and over. If you got to refresh the marches, just go ahead and do it. If you're fighting with T5 and you've got fully maxed, peacekeeping commanders, you shouldn't really have to refresh them too much. I think I was on like a multiple hundred streak last night when one of my marches got low and I had to go down or go refresh. So you should be able to just do this continuously. And one more pointer here as well is they seem to every so often group up with a normal barbarian. In that situation, what you just saw me do right there, click the Marauder. Make sure that you're actually hitting the Marauder. You do not want to waste your AP on a normal barbarian when you've got the field just there's full of Marauders. So if you ever have that situation come up, make sure you click the Marauder in that you've selected the Marauder and then select all troops to hit the Marauder. So don't just try to do the click and drag in those situations. You really want to save the 140, 150 AP from hitting that barbarian as opposed to hitting the Marauder. So, and again, guys, the rewards are just fire. I'm going to pick up some satchels here. Let's see where I'm at on the satchels. 775. So I've got a few hundred left that I want to get before I open all these up. One thing I will do for you guys is I will show you when I open the satchels, and then I will also show you when I open the chests to show you the rewards that I get for that. We'll also talk about the next video I make about KVK will be about stage 2 and kind of prepping for stage 2. And then I'll have the footage of me opening all of this stuff as well for you guys to check out. So I will throw that in there as well. Let's see. And so in these situations where I can't really see any Marauders around me, there's a couple up there. I'm looking for a decent grouping. There's a run. Okay. So I'm going to go these two and then up north to those other two. And so that's pretty much stage 1 in pre-KVK. And like I said, I am extremely excited to get going on KVK in general. And I am so happy that the Marauders came on a Friday night where I could spend my whole night killing them. Well worth any AP that you have. So I had about 120,000 in here. And then I've got some stuff saved up as well. So I've got a bunch of the 50s and I've got a bunch of the 100s as well. And then a few 500s. And then I've got some stuff that I could still buy from Osiris League with my RX. So I'm going to have a decent supply here. I do really plan on spending that 75,000, 76,000 that I have left on Marauders. You just can't get these 3-day speed ups like this anywhere else. So I plan to get as many as possible. What I'll do now is I'll go ahead and throw in the video from last night of me fighting Marauders with Diesel and Mela. I'll just go ahead and put that sped through so you guys can just watch it real quick. And that'll kind of be me showing you guys how to play with friends or what it looks like when you're playing with 2 other players with 5 marches out each kind of thing. So I'll throw that in right now. And so, yeah, just like that, kind of like what I said, just make sure you guys are all communicating very well. I was on the phone with Diesel and Mela was not on with us. So we were just using the emojis to communicate with her very well. And then him and I would kind of lead the way in terms of like, okay, we're going to go to this one next because we were on the phone so we could communicate very well and very quickly. And so, yeah, it's definitely good if you can do it with friends. But again, you don't have to. You can do these on your own. And it's just going to take a lot of time, a lot of grinding to kill as many Marauders as possible in this 3-day event. So if you're ever by yourself, don't feel like you have to wait for friends to do it. Just get out there, kill them, start collecting these satchels, and get as many of these parchments as possible. Like I said, my strategy is to open 1,000 satchels at a time, cash in the chest, then do the 1,000 satchels again, cash in those chests, and be trading anytime that I need to get what I want to maximize the amount of chests that I can actually produce. Now, if you guys do it differently, if I'm doing it wrong, drop the comment below. Let me know. I know that I am not the only player that has a strategy for this event. So if you guys have any other way that you do it, drop that comment below and let me know how you play the Marauder Stage 1 in pre-KVK. Like I said, guys, thanks for all the support on this channel. I really enjoy playing this game, and I love sharing information about it and making these videos, but I can't do it without you guys. So thank you so much. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button down there. And if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate you all joining in with me on this Saturday, and have a great rest of the weekend. I will put up the videos of the rest of the event and what I got from all the satchels and what I get from the chest at the end. That's what we all want to know, right? How many 3-day speed ups can I get? So excited that KVK is here. I will see you guys later.